Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna have a bit of a different video. On a year, or on every 3-4 years, I would say, every 4 years, I do a review of the list of the banknotes that I have, and I try to reevaluate the collection, meaning understanding what are the new prices of stuff, and also look into the banknotes that I don't have, and try to see if there's something at market prices online somewhere else. So basically this will be a video mostly about countries starting with A and B, because that's where I start. I do basically a country a day, or sometimes not even that. But we'll start with ungraded stuff, and of course not every single one is going to be from A, B countries, but 90% will be. First we'll start with ungraded stuff. New series of Curacao. Beautiful banknote, Curacao and St. Martin. I actually was there in St. Martin. Already been to Curacao also, but I've been to St. Martin this year earlier, but this series had not been out yet. This is one of the most beautiful ones, the 50 with a turtle. And yeah, the 100 is also pretty nice. There'll be some cheaper stuff also here in the middle, because like I say, I'm checking the numbers that I have, the picks that I don't have, and sometimes there are picks of small amounts that I never found, and these are, so here for example, these Bolivian banknotes, these are all like maybe $5 each, maybe not even that. So these are relatively common low amounts. And here we go into Bosnia. I was missing this one, the 1000 from Bosnia. I had this banknote, but not uncirculated. This is the latest one that I was missing, the date from Afghanistan, from the 50 Afghanis. So I have basically almost full complete Afghanistan. Also from Bangladesh, of course, I was missing this one in uncirculated, Aruba. 5 forints. This wonderful banknote, the 5 gulden or 5 forints. Also a relatively low serial number. Then a bit more expensive here, Bermuda, year 2000, $20. $5 from one of the series from Belize. These are they have a lot of them similar. This is the 5 and the 2. Then $50, and you'll see that there are 2 of these here. There's one that is one pick, and the other one is the other pick, 75 and 75A, I think. These will get expensive, so I would say if you need, just go into it. $1, Bahamas government. Also relatively hard to find, and actually the back of this banknote is amazing for $1. Continuing, Belize, $1, a bit of an older one. Then Armenia. I was missing this one from 2009. I always search for the one from 2008, I think, but they're actually the same pick, and 2008 is almost impossible to find. And then from the new ones, I was just missing the 2000 and the 10,000 to have it full. I have now every single one of them. The bigger amounts, the 50 and the 100,000, I do have graded. Now from this series of Bosnia, despite this not being the most expensive one, of course I have the one market that was discontinued, and it's getting, as I see now, extremely expensive, but I was actually missing only this 5. Then from Bolivia, yeah, I mean, these ones have every letter here. The G, for example, is a new pick, so there's many of them to collect. Then from Botswana, Tempula. These are getting very rare, the old ones, and the prices went up a lot. Also Bolivia, from the high inflation, these are basically almost the checks that came into circulation late 80s. Something a bit more modern, but still here, letter D. and also from the Serbian Republic inside Bosnia. I was missing this. I'm missing 2 pics, this and another one. This one is unfortunately not even uncirculated. It's like extremely fine, I would say. And then also again uncirculated, or say uncirculated, almost uncirculated, is from Bohemia and Moravia. I don't have many banknotes from this guy's here, but yeah, there it is with Zweite Auflage, meaning 2nd series. Then we go into the graded stuff, and of course here we have a bit more money. So 100 forints, the pick 19, so the last one with this design. Beautiful, beautiful banknote. A good 300 bucks, I think. Australia, pick 40A, is missing this one. Then I think the most expensive one that I have here, this was 800 bucks for this 10 buck uncirculated PMG 66 from the Central Bank of the Bahamas. Again, wonderful back skull rig. They have, like I said, the other one was pick 75A, this one is pick 7E5. They're very similar, but not exactly the same. Then from the friends, Bangladesh is always a bit of a comedy in terms of banknotes, but the old ones actually do have some value, like this one. Again, as said, there sample holes all over the place as always. And also this one was still prior to them going completely crazy. From Bermuda, pick 14 in almost uncirculated, although if you look at it, I would say this is more extremely fine. But still, that's how it was graded. Minor rust and small tear. Yeah, it doesn't make it a lot almost uncirculated. Then from Botswana, like I said, these are getting very expensive. So first series, the 10 Pula, so high amount back then. And 50 Pula, but already from 1997. I love the seal here. Also nice back. Then to complete the series from Curaçao and St. Martin, the 200 forint. I don't think that this is the nicest one of them all, but it's the highest amount, so I got it uncirculated in a holder. Then from Ethiopia, this just came in an auction, and I didn't have these 2 picks, the 33 and the 40. They are basically impossible to have. They don't come out ever. And I got a relatively good deal on these without breaking the bank completely. Then before we go into the last one, 3 banknotes from Macau. This one, all of them 1,000 or 500, 500 and 1,000. Patacas, 70B, Banco Nacional Ultramarino. Then Bank of China, 500 from 1999, so basically the last one before the torch was passed from Portugal to China, and the 1,000 to go with that, also from 1999. Last but not the least, I have one pick that I was missing, also just came up in an auction. 14D from Tonga, 1 Panga, there with the king, queen. Yeah, that's about it. That's it for this month. There's a lot of more coming next month, but I'll make a new video about that. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.